It is that time of the month in which I talk about the top 5 projects that I would buy right now for the upcoming month to make freaking millions this altcoin season. And this is going to be one of the most important updates that I've done on a monthly basis, because obviously October is just about to start in a few days, and October is usually the most bullish month for crypto overall. And also whenever we have September months that are better than average, like we've seen this year, possibly and most likely gonna lead to a very up-only October, and this is why I'm particularly excited about making this video. Obviously, if you're new to this channel, subscribe, because I'm bringing daily alpha every single day. I'm not even kidding. And then also follow me on other socials, X, Telegram, everything's down in the description, as well as all my affiliates, to save you and help you generate a lot of money this bull cycle. So without any further ado, I want to get started with the video. And the first project that I'm going to talk about today is not going to surprise anyone, to be completely fair, especially because I've been talking about it for the last week a lot, and this is Sui. Sui is a project that has absolutely exploded in the last month. It's 60% up. We went from the lows of 80 cents or something to, we're almost 2x pretty much. We are at 1.60 right now, which is absolutely insanity. If you're part of my VIP group, you probably would have participated to a lot of swing trades that we're doing in terms of meme coins on the Sui ecosystem. If you wanna follow them, then don't hesitate to join. It's the first link down in the description. I'm gonna talk about it at the end of the video if you guys are interested. But talking about Sui, the thing that you need to understand is that Sui is overall Solana killer for this bull cycle. It's a VC project which comes with its drawbacks and advantages. A lot of people hate on VC projects. I particularly like VC projects because I know that I'm not here to invest into the most decentralized crypto. Otherwise, I would be a Kaspa maxi. I would put all my portfolio into Kaspa, which, although I think that Kaspa is one of the top plays of this bull cycle, I also know that VC projects are the things that attract the smart money, because the big VCs are looking to make a lot of money, and as a result, they're going to pump the prices astronomically. So if we see what Solana has done in the previous bull run, you cannot tell me that investing into a VC project is nonsense, because you can see that from the very first inception of Solana, we are up 17,000%. Solana went up to $250 in the previous bull cycle. We touched $200 already in this cycle before the altcoin season even started. And honestly, if I'm looking at the monthly chart, it just looks like it's forming a giant bull flag. And even from here, I think that a 5 to 6x from Solana would be realistic. So obviously, I would see Sui as a leverage play on something like Solana, because they're very interlinked in terms of like the tech and the ecosystem, DeFi, and even meme coins right now. So if Solana does well, probably Sui is going to do well, as well as all the other VC projects. But obviously, the ones that are new, fresher, they're going to attract the biggest set of eyes. And this is why I am bullish on Sui. And Sui is much more than that, because, I mean, obviously, if you look at the investors of Sui, which, by the way, you can go on cryptorank.io, you can see that they actually raised so much money out of this project, which is nuts. They raised $385 million. And also, a lot of people complain about, oh, the vesting schedule, the circulating supply is low. Nobody really cares about the circulating supply being low in Sui, because you can see that at the end of Q1, we are going to have around a 20% dilution. 20% dilution when it comes to crypto is nothing. Stop listening to all those people that tell you, oh, but Sui has a very low circulating supply. It's only 26%, so I'm not going to make money because it's going to be diluted 4x's. It's going to be diluted 4x's if you sell it in 20 years. I think that the majority of people watching this video and watching my channel, hopefully, are going to have common sense, and they are aware that the only thing that matters here is the dilution between the moment that you buy the project until you sell it. So let's say that you buy it now, circulating supply is 26%. Let's say that I sell it in March next year, circulating supply is going to be 31%. So the dilution is going to be 20%. It doesn't really matter, especially because during a bull market, nobody really cares about the token unlocks, especially if they are so minimal. Obviously, if you were telling me there is a 15x dilution, I would be partly concerned. I would actually be quite concerned, to be frank. But if it's 20% only, it's absolutely nothing. So stop listening to those people. Sui is already listed on all the big exchanges, so don't expect catalyst event of a Binance listing, because it's not going to happen. However, it's already got a lot of eyes on it. And if you compare it, for instance, with other projects projects of the sphere. This is the one that has the biggest trading volume, so a lot of eyes are on Sui right now, and I think it's going to be up only from here. The second project that I've got to talk about is obviously Kaspa, because we need to talk about Kaspa. Listen, right now it's actually a big accumulation zone. In the last week, we went down 7%, and this makes it a very good project to accumulate right now, because obviously you want to accumulate these kind of projects before they start pumping astronomically. And obviously we're seeing right now a very good accumulation price for Kaspa. This is just a very good entry, especially if you didn't buy it 1 cent while I was doing that. If you didn't buy it 5 cents, 10 cents, this is still freaking cheap. And in my opinion, Kaspa right now is one of the safest 10 to 15x that you can find in the market from now until the peak of the altcoin season, which makes it a no-brainer to build your safety net of your portfolio. Kaspa, if you're not aware, I have a playlist of like 50 Kaspa videos, by the way, and it's a blog deck, it's not a blockchain. Study it, because this is going to be one of the narratives when it comes to layer 1 this bull cycle. The KRC20 network is also live with the open beta that is now released to the public, and people have been minting KRC20 tokens and meme coins. There's going to be also stable coins that are going to come into the ecosystem, and hopefully tier 1 exchange. I don't even want to say hopefully, because tier 1 exchange listings for Kaspa, which are the biggest factor that is going to drive the price of Kaspa, are gonna arrive very soon, probably sooner or later. You can see in the roadmap of Kraken, Kaspa is listed right here, the top spot for the listing roadmap of Kraken. So it's official that it's going to be listed there. Although it's not 100% accuracy, it's pretty close to it. You can see what happened with Turbo. They got here, and then they got listed on Kraken, and then after that they got listed on Binance. So I think that Kaspa is going to have a similar behavior, and probably this could happen as early as October, to be completely frank. Maybe it's going to be November, maybe December, or maybe early next year. But to me, it's just certain that it's going to be listed there. They also got listed to Pionex, which is a US-based exchange. A lot of people complain in the US of how to buy Kaspa, really. So you can buy it on Pionex if you're based in the US, which is good news. You can also use the swap function of Tangem. This is also where I store my Kaspa. Use my link to get 10% off, is down in the description. If you're based in Europe or in other places, I would buy it either on BitGet or Mexi. Those are my exchange affiliates. Links for registration are down in the description. You can get up to $35,000 in free deposit. You're welcome. Going to the next project that I want to talk about. This one is also not going to surprise a lot of people, because this is one of my biggest meme coin convictions, and it's Ponke. Ponke is a meme coin and also a leverage bet onto the Solana ecosystem. Even it's one of the biggest risk to reward ratio potential when it comes to Solana. It's a leverage play on Solana. If Solana does particularly well, this project is just going to go through the roof. And also there's been very bullish news, other than obviously the community being as based as it is. It's already on decent exchanges. This is actually what I wanted to go towards, that now you can purchase Ponke on Revolut. Revolut is one of the neobanks, the most famous fully digital banks in the world. It's very popular in Europe and in the UK. If you're US based, maybe you're not as familiar with Revolut, and that's all right, but it's a big deal, because the projects that the meme coins that are listed on there, which is not really a crypto exchange, it's projects like Doge and Shiba. There's not really new projects in there, which is actually pretty huge. You can buy it on Bitcoin and Maxi, as I was mentioning them before. But listen, there's not a Binance and Coinbase listing, and there's a Crypto.com listing. However, and usually when projects are listed there, it's a very good catalyst event that they're gonna get listed on Kraken, Binance. Can't forget about this, sorry, but it's also on the roadmap of Kraken. So you see a pattern here, right? If something is listed on the roadmap of Kraken, it makes me very bullish. So make sure to study also the roadmap of Kraken, all the other projects. There's GigaChat, there's Ether, there's Dawn. There's a lot of projects that in my opinion are going to do extremely well. If they're here for a reason, especially because Kraken is an exchange that is extremely selective with what they list. So very, very important. Ponke is easily going to go towards the billions in market cap. I think 3 to 5 billion could be achieved this bull cycle, and you make the calculations, but I would expect crazy X's. So I would buy it sooner than later. The chart is also been outperforming the majority of memes. It didn't have a massive correction. We're down like 50% from the all-time high. That is nothing, especially if you consider that the gold standard for altcoins to be down right now in this phase of the cycle is around 80%. Every project that is down less than 80%, study it, because it's probably gonna skyrocket sooner than later, because the outperformers in bearish times are also the outperformers in bullish times. So remember this quote. The next project project of my list is MinLayer. MinLayer, why MinLayer? Because it's a scaling solution for Bitcoin. It's demonstrating a lot of strength in the last weeks or so. You can actually see that we've recovered pretty much for the lows. We touched the 8 cents. Right now, we are 2x up from those entries. This is why I've been DCAing, and my VIP group knows that I've been heavily accumulating my MinLayer at those prices, which is absolutely a bargain. It's not 10 million like CoinMarketCap reports. I think this is more something like 30 million at this stage. CoinMarketCap always gets it wrong. It's a scaling solution for Bitcoin. So what do you think is going to happen as soon as Bitcoin starts to go to new all-time highs? The market right now is still very dependent on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is still quite high. As soon as it comes down a little bit, we're going to go and step towards the altcoin season a little more. But listen, for a scaling solution for Bitcoin, given that Bitcoin is going to be one of the first movers, I also think the layer 2s, especially for Bitcoin, are going to be some of the first movers in the market. And this is why MinLayer is here. Tectum could also have made Tectum could have also made it on the list today, but obviously I can only list 5 projects. I can't list 20,000 projects. Otherwise, this video would last much longer. But I can tell you that team has been super active. The volume is increasing, and there is just a massive untapped market that this project can achieve. Bullish partnerships that they're posting announcement for, from DeFi to gaming to RWA. And also, just like they're posting here, think about what is going to happen with the US elections. One of the big catalyst events that, in my opinion, are going to send us to the stars. So I'm being extremely bullish on what we're going to accomplish sooner or later. You can buy MinLayer on Maxi and BigCat, like pretty much every project that we're talking about today. And listen, obviously, it's not on the big tier 1 exchanges. It's a no-brainer that it gets listed to the tier 1 exchanges. Why would it not be listed, especially when they have such a secure business model, fully doxed team, and very reputable team in the industry, and overall a project that, in my opinion, has the potential to go towards the billions, and I would see it even go towards the 3 to 5 billion in market cap early next year. And remember that even if you see a project doing absolutely nothing for a few months, a lot of people are gonna miss on this, and this is the same pattern that repeats over and over again. If you zoom in on this tiny thing that happened, it's basically what is happening right now at a much smaller scale, and what we're gonna see right after, it's also gonna be what is happening now, but it's gonna happen at a much larger scale. Took only 2 months, not even, to go from this price of 4 cents up to $1. There is pretty much a 25x. So imagine if we have something like a 25x again, perhaps from the previous local top. You guys just make a calculation. It's actually generational wealth that could be built by investing in some of these plays. If you're still watching this video, make sure also to follow me on X, because if you're not already, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm posting discounts, guides, tutorials, and a lot of alpha every single day. You would have seen, for instance, this play that went 15x, and this is why me and my VIP group are printing a lot of money, and it's the first link down in the description if you want to join us. I do recommend joining as a lifetime member as well, because I've also just finished the 3-in-1 course bundle, including gem hunting and taking profits this bull market. It's not purchasable separately. It's only obtainable by joining as a lifetime member, so it's included as part of your membership. It's one flat payment, and you're never going to pay me again. I would have paid thousands and thousands of dollars the last bull cycle if this had been available. AI Tech, a project that was also a big part of my investments around the bear market, because I bought this at 1 cent and it went to almost 50 cents. So you make the calculation. I made almost a 50x for me and my community into this. And it's a project that, in my opinion, could list on Binance tomorrow, but they're not doing it because obviously they're waiting for a strategic moment to do so, when the market volume is in, when there's actually bullish sentiment in the market. But I can tell you that AI Tech is the best project into the AI sphere, probably behind Render and BitTensor, but obviously those projects are already in the billions. AI Tech is below 100 million as we are speaking right now, and it's, in my opinion, got the potential to be listed on every single tier 1 exchange, and it's probably going to happen this bull cycle around. Certified by Certic and Haken. They got a big array of different products. They got their own launchpad for private sales, building the biggest data center in Bucharest, Romania, which is currently under construction. They're also posting updates on the X profile. The AI and GPU marketplace, which is going to be launched as soon as the market starts being a little bullish as well. AI is a software platform marketplace, blockchain solutions, a fully doxed team, which is also very hard to find when it comes to the AI sphere. The majority of projects are unfortunately not doxed, and they are complete trash because they're just dodgy with buy and sell taxes, and the majority of them are going to go to zero. You can see the partnerships of this project. I don't need to speak much about it. Just go on their website and see this. Featured on freaking Forbes and Bloomberg. Oh, look at Tectum right there. I didn't even know about that. Nvidia. I mean, I don't need to say anything. I can't give you any financial advice in this video, but I can easily tell that if you're not investing in this, you're gonna be missing out on a lot of gains. So study it, check all the updates that are posting on their Twitter page, check all the updates when in regards to the completion of the data center. Can't wait to see this being brought to life and the project going towards the billions and billions in market cap. I think that even a 10 billion in market cap could be achievable this bull cycle quite easily. I thank you so much for watching this video. Obviously, if you want to connect with me any further, you know where to find me. And obviously, I want to hear from you. What are you buying this month? And are you bullish for the month of October? I think altcoin season is going to start very soon. So I'm here waiting every single day to start printing insane money. So obviously, I hope to see you in my VIP group. You might have a once in a lifetime opportunity this bull cycle. Don't waste it. I hope to see you there, help you out with your crypto investing journey. Until then, take care for now.